This is Smallzy Surgery.
Sam got shot in Central Park.
I don't know how. I don't know why. But this girl is connected to us.
Hey, what's going on? Nico Tortorella here.
I think I'm the only one that can figure this out.
Nico.
Hey, buddy.
Great to see you.
Good to be here.
Congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
Well, we're here in New York, and obviously as an Aussie, this is not my home. But is this home for you, New York City? Because you've made so many shows here.
Yeah, this is my fourth show here. My first TV show ever was here. My first film that I ever shot was here. It really was my introduction to the industry. Yeah, it's been over a decade now I've been shooting here. It never gets old. There's nothing like having a trailer parked somewhere on the street, like in Times Square, something to be able to walk outside and to feel that energy. It sets the tone for every project I've ever been on.
And I was thinking about it, obviously filming in such a busy city like New York, my question was going to be, is it hard to not have people get in the way? And then I realized New Yorkers don't give a shit. You're in their way.
That's not true.
Okay.
I do think that is a misconception about New York City. We do. We care a lot in this city, and we are actually a lot friendlier than people care to admit. I think we try to play it a little cooler than we actually are. But anywhere you are in the city, if you ask somebody for help or accidentally bump into somebody, I'll be the first one to apologize or point my finger in the right direction, and that may just be my Midwest talking.
Yeah, that may be the Midwest in you coming out. The new show though, just maybe give me the 411, because as you say New York is a friendly place, but as an outsider coming in, it's my fear. It is my dead set fear.
I get it. Well, you guys are the friendliest in the world.
We are. It's not, the idea and concept of this show is not something as an Australian any of us could fathom.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we open, it's early 2000s, post 9/11 New York City. We find one of our main characters, Sam, shot in the middle of Central Park. This classic whodunit setup. And for the rest of the season, we meet a cast of characters from all walks of life with different backgrounds in and around New York City. And we are given information in each episode that continues to push us forward. There are plenty of ups and downs. It really is a roller coaster. When I go back and just think about my character, William, and the 8 episodes and this arc that he has, it feels like I lived an entire lifetime. And the whole span of the show is really only a few weeks. Yeah. But the transformation of all of the characters really is, it's pretty epic.
Did you, when you first read, I've seen one episode, when you read the script or started reading the script, did you know who done it? Or did you go cycle through, or maybe I'm wrong, maybe I got this wrong?
I mean, I read the book, so I had an idea of where we were going. Yeah. But
that's unfair then, isn't it really? You read the book.
It is a little unfair.
Yeah, that's unfair.
But I will say, I've been on shows that had, that there's been an idea of who was the villain or who was the hero, so to speak. Yep. But mid-season, shit shifts and people change and writers change storylines, and who you thought was going to be the hero is actually now the villain. So the pace in which television just moves, anything's possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me, this series is completely different to where people in Australia would have fallen in love with you in Younger, also set in New York City. Yeah. What, as an outsider, what is New York closer to? Is New York closer to Girl Shot in the Park in Central Park, or the ups and downs of magazine life in Younger? Where does the real New York sit on that scale? What is it?
I think it depends on who you ask that question to, and
what is your life?
Where they
your
are.
Life is more Younger.
No, I think my life is it's split, honestly.
Okay.
It's split. I understand the fantastical quality that Darren Star brings to everything that he does, and I really appreciate the the ability to like create fun and beauty out of what this city is. But I've had a love-hate relationship with this city for 15 years. This city can chew you up and spit you out constantly, no matter how long you've been here, and it's real, and it can be scary at times. Post-pandemic, New York City is a totally different place. The ways in which this city has banded together, the camaraderie here is one thing, but on the flip side, violence is up in New York City. It's a little bit of a scarier place than it was a few years ago. And now that I have a kid and I'm in a different place in my life, just things are different.
City on Fire. It comes out tomorrow in Australia. It's a real classic whodunit. I love it. And I have to mention the producers behind Gossip Girl and the O.C. It does feel, not that it feels like Gossip Girl or the O.C., but I guess texture-wise, there's something familiar in its look there for people who are fans of those shows versus other crime, whodunits that people might be familiar with when it comes to being in here.
For sure. I mean, Josh, Stephanie, and I have kind of been in each other's orbit for my entire career. I mean, my first show was with Misha Barton. We shot here in New York City. We were folded into the crew that was Gossip Girl. It was a CW show. And so my initiation into New York City was with Chase and Ed and just the cast of Gossip Girl. And they were kings of the city in the early 10s in New York. And, we both, Josh, Stephanie, and I have worked on television at a certain level, and now we're here, we're with Apple. It seems like an elevated version of the work that we both have done in the past, and it really feels like this arrival for us. I couldn't ask for a better team.
All right, last question.
Shoot.
I'm getting the wrap. I'm only in town for a couple of days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm paralyzed by here in New York? And not fear. Choice.
Where
do you go?
Where do you go?
Where do you go?
Yeah.
Is there anything that I should do or go and see?
I mean, what are you trying to do?
Well, I just eat. There's just you know how many restaurants you walk past and you just go, because I'm only in town for a short time, right? Hear me out. I've thought about this long and hard. Okay. I'm only in town for a short time. I don't want to have a bad meal because I've only got a limited number of them.
Right.
Where do I go?
I'm going to tell you, go to Sushi 33. It's like a quick, hole in the wall sushi spot. Some Michelin star chefs that just opened this grab and go spot in Times Square. Super easy. But also go see a show. Go walk the High Line. Williamsburg, I don't know when the last time you were in Williamsburg is. It's an entirely different place. Go down to the water in Williamsburg, see what's going on.
Okay, great.
You can also I don't know if you've noticed, but the smell, the stench of pot everywhere in New York.
It's really
City,
prominent
It
here.
is the smell of New York. It's no longer piss and garbage. It's pot. Pretty much any bodega sells pot now. You definitely just have to ask. They're not going to sell it, but if you're you're good to go.
Okay, great. Thanks for the heads up. Thanks for the tips. Congrats on the series.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks for the time.
I
Great to see you.
Smallzy Surgery
is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.